This is my updated theory on the story of zombies before Black Ops 2 comes out. So when this video becomes old like the rest, understand when it was made and what resources I had available at the time. Now on to my theory. To understand the story, we must first uncover the events prior to our heroes playing through our 10 zombie maps. 11 if you count Dead Ops Arcade. An organization named Group 935 was created sometime before 1939. This group's purpose was to improve the human condition through advances in science and technology. The leader of this group was named Ludwig Maxis, or better known as Dr. Maxis. He recruited the world's brightest minds in hopes of solving the human condition. As stated in the Doris radios, your entire life was gone once you joined Group 935. There was only your work.
Gentlemen, allow me to take this opportunity to welcome you to Group 935. This is a prestigious moment in the history of our race. You represent the future of technological advancement. You are the pioneers of human discovery. In your hands lies the destiny of mankind. In our hands is a great power, and with that power comes a price. You have volunteered to be part of this great experiment, and with that decision comes the responsibility of absolute secrecy. No one is to know what you do, where you work, what our research has uncovered, or what our purpose will be. You will have no further contact with your governments or with your families. Your decision to fully dedicate your lives to Group 935 is absolute. In your lockers, you will find your Field Ops Manual, which will direct you should our manifesto get compromised. We cannot afford to let this power fall into the wrong hands, and therefore the Field Ops Manual should be considered your Bible. Make your preparations now. A new dawn is beginning for mankind.
Of the members of this group, there were many talented scientists who developed amazing technologies, one of which was Dr. Edward Richtofen. Through his experiments with Dr. Schuster, Richtofen successfully achieved teleportation in a prototype MDT. He brings his findings to Dr. Maxis in hopes of mass production of his finds. Through research of Die Glock, Richtofen has created a successful teleporter, but Dr. Maxis then reveals his true intentions. Instead of aiding Richtofen's findings, he tells Richtofen of recent support of income from the Nazi Party and their intelligence to them. Richtofen brings up the fact that they will have defectors because Group 935 is a worldwide group with stations posted in numerous countries. This is the reason for the other zombie facilities in our game. Ascension, Shinonuma, Moon are all other non-Nazi research facilities.
That you are supposed to be working on.
With all due respect, Dr. Maxis, this is a breakthrough of unimaginable proportions.
What? That you moved a walnut a few feet? Yes, Edward. We will improve the human condition by revolutionizing the walnut industry. I can see it now. Edward's walnut delivery.
Don't be obtuse.
How dare you call me that? We are at war, Edward. I will admit that there is promise here. But until this war is won...
Correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Maxis, but Group 935 is a research organization. What was the motto? To improve the human condition? What business of ours is this war?
Fine, Dr. Richtofen. I will let you in on a little administrative secret. We are finalizing a deal with the Nazi Party. We need funding. We need equipment. They need new weapons. Chances are this war will end soon with a treaty or two, and we will be in a much better position to help the world.
Are you certain this won't cause massive defections? We have scientists from all over the world working with us.
That is why it is with the utmost confidence that I share this with you. No one will know of this. This is simply the breaking of an egg to make an omelette.
Think of the tactical advantage we would have.
Think of the cost. Think of the time.
We can provide the Nazis technical expertise in various areas without putting all our eggs in your walnut basket. Good day, Edward, and get back to your real work. Bloody jerk. I think Dr. Maxis has lost his perspective. No matter. We'll do this on our own and publish the findings before he has a chance to. You're not suggesting that Dr. Maxis would steal this technology and perfect it without us, are you? I would by no means discourage that thought. Great scientists must stick together and achieve great science.
With the rejection of Richtofen's research, he's enraged and informs Dr. Schuster they will continue their research despite Maxis' wishes. Richtofen continues his research only to teleport himself to the moon during his first real human transference. He finds the pyramids, or MPD, on the moon in a closed area with air. It is an alien relic and is statically charged as Richtofen touches. This touch causes Richtofen to turn to the psycho-sociopath we know today. From there, Richtofen is teleported to Shangri-La. He wins the status of God over the native people, and they build a shrine for him. Here, Richtofen meets the focusing stone for the first time.
Fall 1940, Dr. Schuster and I, despite mounting pressure from Dr. Maxis, have continued working on the matter transference prototype. We have made great strides in the last 30 days, and are ready for our first human subject. If our calculations are correct, we will send a test subject, me, to the receptacle station sitting 30 yards away and behind a cinder block wall. Are you certain you want to do this, Dr. Richtofen? Nein, Dr. Schuster. But this must be done. Quickly, put in your earplugs and power up the machine. Is there a power outage? Why is it so dark? I feel almost weightless. How very unexpected. Dr. Schuster? Hello? There. I can see now. Oh my God. I'm standing in a circular cave, surrounded by some kind of machinery. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. It looks almost alien in nature. There's a pyramid structure in the center of the room. I'm going to try and carefully touch it. Static electricity. It's smooth to the touch. Very cold. Not a speck of dust. Might be hollow. The chamber is quite large. I see what looks like capacitors in the ceiling of the chamber. But there are no obvious connections to anything electrical. What is this place? Dr. Schuster? Is that you? Dr. Schuster? Look at this. It appears to be covered in some kind of hieroglyphic language. I've not seen anything like it before. Why are you whispering to me? There's no need for that. This is loose. Do you hear that? It sounds like... My God! What happened? I seem to be in some kind of jungle. I can't be certain of where I am.
Fast forward to the next radio entry on February 23rd, 1940. Richtofen returns now insane, but with a new purpose. He gathers either defected scientists and the 935 scientists, and he either creates and inducts them into the Illuminati. He then teleports the majority of these scientists to the moon, where they build Griffin Station. This takes 2 years to create, but over time it is finished. While the defectors of Group 935 build Griffin Station, Richtofen entertains Maxis to stop any suspicions of what is truly going on and to keep a close eye on Maxis' MDT research.
For 2 long years we have toiled here and at Eagle's Nest to build our fortifications. For 2 long years, we have taken equipment to build up our labs. For 2 long years, we have worked under Group 935, believing that Dr. Maxis truly wants to help the world. For 2 long years, we've led a double life. Today, that all ends. I bring to you what this project is all about. What I have worked to keep from my enemy.
What is it, Dr. Richtofen?
Looks alien. It is an ancient drill machine. And you, Dr. Groff, are now the lead scientist here at Griffin Station. You will be the one to discover how it works.
We first must discover what it does.
9, Dr. Groff. I know what it does. It has a direct connection to another dimension.
It is so preposterous.
No more preposterous than teleporting all of this gear to the moon or to building Griffin Station. Is it?
I suppose not. How do you know what it does?
I have found many interesting real artifacts here. I have decoded some of their language. All signs point to this device being a stable gateway to the ether.
Dr. Richtofen, I'm aware of a project being run by Dr. Maxis at Doris concerning Brill.
As am I. I am going back to my post at Group 935 to continue the charade. I will be finding out just how much information Dr. Maxis has on Brill. Once the machine is operational, I will enact my plan and return. Gentlemen, let the games begin.
Shh! This is so loud!
Richtofen moves to his next step, Vriltech, to Groff. He puts Groff in charge of the Pyramid or MPD device. He heads back to Doris and follows Maxis' research on Vril as well as the MDT as mentioned earlier. They reside in Doris, or codenamed the Eagle's Nest. Richtofen tampers with Maxis' attempts at his MDT projects to keep him off his trail. Maxis begins to develop a zombie army over the years Griffin Station is being built. At first it started with the human testing to create a super soldier, but instead made a soldier that only knew how to kill and feel no pain. As Maxis furthers his research, we can see the developments as the special infected zombies throughout the other maps. Maxis and the remaining members of 935 create weapons for the Nazis to use, which are the Wonder Weapons. The biggest obstacle was the necessary research of Element 115 needed for both experimentation and production. This is why many of the facilities created to mine Element 115, even when Group 935 was at its peak. Richtofen even created a gun based off his MDT. Through his research of Die Glock allowed him to create a matter transference. Well, he later discovered the MDT killed the zombie soldiers when teleported. He used this principle to create Die Glock 2, or better known as the Wunderwaffe DG2. All the weapons have their own story, but they are not as important as this. As all this occurs, Richtofen takes a trip to the Call the Dead facility, where he experiments on controlling mind as Dr. Maxis wishes. Now our story begins. World at War, Verrückt, September 10th, 1945. After the end of World War II, a group of Marines led by Tank Dempsey infiltrate a secret Nazi insane asylum to rescue an American spy named Peter. Peter was a spy for the USA in Group 935. Pledged allegiance to 935 only to feed information back home where 115 research continued, as we can see through the maps 5 and Area 51. The group of soldiers failed to save Porter and fell into the hands of Richtofen. The zombies killed 3 of the Marines, but not Dempsey. Now Richtofen officially meets Tank. At the Call the Dead facility, he experiments on Dempsey, Takio, and Nikolai, and also kills a Mexican patient, as you can hear in the radio.
Die. Another day, another fair. This time, subject N3WE just slightly improved. The Russian subject still smells like urine, even after he was given a bath and deloused twice. I think I might have killed the specimen from Mexico. His spleen is on the floor and he's not moving anymore. I can verify with certainty, however, that the barrier is not located in the sea. Dr. Continue no matter the cost. I wonder what he might think of the experiment. Nice! Drop that! My spleen! Log entry 1472. Date, September 10th, 1945. Diary. Today was a good day. The swelling has subsided. The ice helps. They made liverwurst for lunch. It was... I still have not had any luck reprogramming any of the live specimens. Dr. The key to unlocking the human mind will be more easily discovered on someone who isn't dead yet. I am not convinced. The army is stored until I can break this trust value. Oh, apparently someone in security found a spy in the room. They are delivering him from place of one that I broke. Log entry 1473. Date, September 17th, 1949. Diary. Today... Hands off me, damn dirty Nazi. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. That's right. Well, some of this. I'm taking you home in bags. Freak. Nine. I think so, America. I suppose this must be the replacement special. Time to get to work. I can still hear you. Hit him again, Mr. Stick!
Continues his experimenting on the test subjects, Tank, Nikolai, and Takio, to keep Maxis off his trail, and ends up erasing their minds and their memory through his experiments. Toffin kept his true attentions away from everyone for the pyramid, which was to control the zombies through the machine and reign as a god. What Richtofen found through his research or the voices in his head, remember these started after he touched the alien pyramid, was Ath. Inderies on the walls is written return through Ather, which translates into heaven in German. Richtofen promised the defected scientists heaven would be found through research of the pyramid, or rather Ather would be found. For this is the dimension that exists inside the pyramid. Inside the mechanism allows for complete control of the zombies. Why? This is where the zombies are called from. When Dempsey throws his Gersh, he says, say hello to Sam. As well, in the Easter eggs, Sam will say, tell Edward to die.
Sam for me!
Tell Edward to die!
Indicating that the Gersh device leads to Ath. Once the pyramid is finished, its preparations, thanks to Dr. Schuster and Dr. Groff, they send a radio message to Richtofen. This is the same time Richtofen is in Call of the Dead and learns about Maxis not mass-producing Die Glock 2 or the Wunderwaffe DG2 and is enraged.
Log entry 1475. Date, October 1st, 1945. Die. As for the control group tests, they have been put on hold. Recently, I discovered that Dr. Max does not plan mass producing the DG2 as he swore he would.
Oh
If he
my
won't
God, I
move
got
those
to get
plans
the hell out of
forward,
this
then I
water.
will continue following his dream of an undead army. He doesn't deserve his virtual power,
Get me the hell out of
Do
this
it.
damn knife!
but I know just what to do with him. And I'll take care of that little brat if I get the chance to.
He turns on Maxis and his girl. Pressure of the war and the Nazi party, Maxis is blinded to Richtofen's betrayal. Knowing that he has sabotaged Maxis's MDT device, he traps Maxis and his daughter in one of the teleporters when a lab mistake occurs by creating the first Hellhound. What Richtofen didn't count on was the teleporter working for Maxis. It was set up correct, teleporting all three to different places. Maxis and the Hellhound went to Ather, and most importantly, Samantha went to the moon.
Eagle's Nest, this is Griffin Station. We have an update. Over.
Dr. Groff, have you made any progress?
Yes, Doctor. The machine is ready and awaiting the conduit.
Very good. I will proceed with Operation Shield and join you shortly.
Security Protocol 935.
Yes. I will dispose of Dr. Maxis and that little brat personally. Do not touch anything.
Mr. Schuster, report.
The tanks are full and the shields are down. The machine is humming nicely.
Good. And what of the shipment?
Most are buried outside of the base. The live ones we've sent back to Kustova Postum.
Excellent. There is nothing left but to wait for Dr. Richtofen's return.
Perhaps this is a good time to work on my low-gravity putting in the biodome.
Yes, a little leisure time would.
Intruder detected. Receiving bay. This is not a
Security, report.
This is not
What? Can you repeat?
She's coming right for them.
Get her! Get back here!
Knife!
not let her. Damn it. Dr. Schuster, find a way to get her out of the pyramid. I will contact Edward and let him know there has been an incident.
Samantha comes into the experiment as heard in the radios to check on her dog, but ended up at Griffin Station. She stumbles onto the pyramid and it accepts her as its vessel. It was being prepped for Richtofen, but she got it instead. The alien pyramid now puts Samantha in a god position. Confused and scared, she went into seclusion, not talking to anyone or anything. When Richtofen returns to the station, he is angered by the intrusion of Samantha and destruction of years of planning on his part. But he wasn't out of options yet. He tells Dr. Groff to locate Maxis and talk sense into Samantha. Upon finding Maxis and Aether, they ask him to talk to Samantha. The ensuing conversation, Maxis asks her to kill everyone involved as revenge.
I hope this works. Schuster, power it up.
Systems nominal. Accessing full device. Interface via MTD active. Accessing MTD. MTD integrity check nominal. Awaiting input.
Excellent. Bring the sample.
Analyzing MTD. Creating profile. Profile created.
Excellent. Now, scan for target.
Yes, Doctor.
Target located.
Bring him here. Immediately.
Greetings, Dr. Maxis. Schuster, I should have known. Where is that rat Edward? Where are we? And how did you get me out of that wretched
None of that is important right now. Allow me to fill you in.
Samantha, honey, Daddy is here. Come, dear, please. Open the machine. Daddy will not let them hurt you anymore. Honey, Daddy knows he's made some mistakes. I am truly sorry that you were put through so much. When your mother died, I could not bear the thought of losing you, too. That's why I kept you so close. I did not mean to neglect you. I just wanted to know you were safe from harm.
Daddy!
I love you, Samantha.
I love you too, Daddy.
Can you do something for me? Something very important.
Yes.
Kill them all. We are doomed.
Somehow Maxis learned of the powers of the pyramid in his time away. What sounds like a gunshot is said to be the death of Maxis in the radio, for he doomed all of 935 with Richtofen. But we're not 100% sure that's the case. Fleeing from Moon, he returns to Earth. Now Doris was left wide open and unguarded because Richtofen executed the Operation Shield before he left Doris and teleported to the Moon. Now the zombies run rampant and destroy everything in Doris. The Verrückt facility was the original testing experiments for the zombies. This was the first place the prototype zombies were experimented on, as heard in the Call of the Dead radio.
Log entry 1474. Date, September 20th, 1945. Dear Dial, it would seem that the OSS realized that we captured one of their spies. They tried to send a rescue team into Verrückt. That was all. First batch of subject. I suspect there are other moles in the organization. Dr. Harvey Ena and Dr. Peter McKay, to be precise. Dr. Mack include any Americans in Group 935, no matter how much genius they held. Stupid Americans, this year. Apple pies and baseball and children. But I digress. The new American test subject is interesting. Much of it. His intellect seems low, but his will is strong. Like the others, he doesn't seem to know who he is anymore. Unlike the others, he keeps breaking the restraints and yelling at me. Test subject N3WB is still staring at the floor, muttering what sounds like some kind of proverb over and over again. I think his mind may have been destroyed by the process. Oh, well. The Russian subject recently began responding to stimuli, but only after injecting him with a new serum made primarily from vodka. Perhaps this is a breakthrough even.
Toffin flees to Shinonuma to regroup and figure out how to kill Samantha. In the meantime, he relays a message to the Call of the Dead facility to have Tank, Takio, and Nikolai come to him in Shinonuma, as we see in the trailer for Shinonuma. Or Group 935 released a panic message as the zombies ran loose, as you hear in the Shinonuma radios in the main room. From there, the scientists in the Call of the Dead facility sent our three heroes to Richtofen to aid him. Shinonuma happens. Our trailer from World at War shows our three heroes coming to Shinonuma to find Richtofen. They find him and fend off the zombies while Richtofen gathers what he needs. In his book, he finds a way to kill Samantha and switch bodies with her to take over the zombies, using the Vril artifacts. His creation of the Wunderwaffe DG2 proves to be life-saving time and time again. Feeling more confident, Richtofen decides to take this group back to Derice to try and finish Sam off for good. They teleport to Derice based off the trailer. It becomes clear that Richtofen underestimates Sam's power in her homeland and is overpowered. In desperation, Richtofen and the group teleport in the MDT with the DG2, overloading the machines, sending them into the future. What was left behind was Richtofen's books. Samantha stopped the mindless killing because her target disappeared, only to reappear years later in Kino. Here the characters adjust to the shock of the future, and Richtofen realizes wherever there is an MDT device, there is a chance to teleport there. In Kino, our heroes find that the theater was a testing site for Maxis's mind control and failed experiments. Richtofen finds either a lunar lander in Kino or uses something in Kino to get him one. Once our heroes are on the lunar lander, Richtofen takes them to a Soviet cosmodrome. This is one of the remnants of Group 935 after the leaders disappeared in the 40s. The group continued but evolved. The Ascension group focused on two main projects. They were Project Thunder and Mercury. The leader of the Ascension group was named Dr. Gersh. Gersh was later trapped in Aether with Samantha by Yuri, not from MW3. Yuri was a new scientist from the Ascension group due to his intellect and creativity. He was assigned to Project Mercury, or better known as the Gersh device. When development came to a standstill, Yuri was reassigned to rockets. He was to work on sending monkeys to the moon. This angered Yuri into a fury, for he felt his talents were better than rockets. When transferred to rockets, he found Matryoshka dolls and then a teddy bear. Samantha was making her presence known because of two things. One was her undead army could not reach Ascension facility, which was associated with Group 935. Samantha wanted to kill them all, but worse, Yuri found Richtofen's book containing all of his research on 115 and MDT. Ascension was a facility to build weapons, so 115 was in supply here. Samantha corrupted Yuri, similar to Richtofen, by the pyramid.
Box today. Some Rebenka left his teddy bear in it. A disgusting and filthy toy. Who keeps bringing their child onto this base? Thank God they did not take the diary. The things I've learned about Element 1. I'll have to conduct this research on my own, away from the destructive hands of Gersh. His research into Project Mercury has stalled, but will he be transferred? I doubt it. As long as Project remains on track, his friends I must start small. I assure you that our craft will be far superior to whatever the Americans, or should I say, Canadians, are developing. Finally, Project Thunder is nearing completion. My staff has assured me that the remaining issues of the effective range and power cell size will be solved within the next few months. Oh, and also,
You should know that Dr. Zavoyski does not appear to be adjusting to his new position. He has been hostile towards the other scientists, at least more than usual, and has frequently been seen muttering to himself. The transition must have been hard for him, but if he does not learn his place soon, I may require another, more competent scientist to replace him.
Oh, hi, Dempsey!
What's this?
In my head. Always in my head. I can't find her. I can't. Oh, I can't stop it. Keep it out. Oh, leave me alone. Calm down. Calm down. No, I won't. Shut up, stop. You stop. Fine. Okay. I will. This had better be good, Yuri. The fact that you are in this lab again is reason enough to have you permanently removed. If you've done anything that will ruin its inspection, do not worry. You will not be disappointed. In fact, I'm sure you won't forget it. But I can't take all the credit. If you do me the honors. What the? You fat pig! Enjoy your bib! No! What have I done?
Yuri began hearing voices and soon gave in to them, finishing the Gersh device with Richtofen's research. That's why Richtofen says, Gersh device, it should be the Richtofen device. Taking the device to Gersh, gives it to him, and has Gersh accidentally open it. It sucks in Dr. Gersh, and the zombies pour out. They take over the facility and kill the Ascension group. Yuri comes back to his senses, but not until the damage is done. In Ascension, Richtofen initially thought he might be able to fly himself to the moon, but he found they were only built for the test monkeys, which Samantha possesses anyway. Then Richtofen finds the Casimir mechanism. By following the trapped Gersh instructions, Richtofen and the group free Gersh, causing him to escape from Samantha's grasp and out of the mechanism where Samantha is God. This helps Richtofen because there is now only one being in the pyramid which he needs to deal with. The Casimir mechanism also leads Richtofen to have found a MDT device at the Ascension station. They get into the teleporter and set it to go into the future. But what Richtofen wanted was to teleport to the Call of the Dead facility where the real device was, or the Golden Rod. Sadly, our heroes overshoot their target and land in 2010 March, where George Romero finds the old Nazi facility and was filming a movie. Samantha sends her army to kill our heroes, but the actors are stuck to face them instead. Since they help Richtofen, they are targeted by the zombies. Anyone who helps Richtofen in 935 is subject to death by zombies. Richtofen knows of the artifact because of his research in the past and the fact that he worked here at some point. As heard on the radios and seen on the sub, when Richtofen receives the Vril device, he sets the next teleportation to a familiar place, Shangri-La. There he finds a time-traveling temple. This is where Richtofen originally was teleported after he touched the MPD or pyramid device. Richtofen then begins looking for the focusing stone. The natives made Richtofen their god, as said earlier, and his altar is proof of it. He also knows of the focusing crystals that rise to unlock the temples and shrink the meteor. Brock and Gary are British explorers that end up stumbling upon Shangri-La. Brock intended to find Argatha, but found Shangri-La instead, with the zombies. The reason the zombies are there is because Shangri-La is actually in Aether. If you remember in Doris on the walls, it says return through Aether, or the heavens, referring to the teleporters. But Aether, where Sam exists in the pyramid and controls the zombies, as heard by Dempsey when he throws the Gersh device. Shangri-La is the gateway to Argatha, the legend at the center of the world in the Fountain of Youth. That is why the JGB turns zombies into babies. After Richtofen has the focusing stone, he has obtained all the materials he needs for his grand scheme to take control of the zombie army and kill Samantha. Richtofen teleports our heroes from Shangri-La to Area 51 using the temple. It is a time-traveling temple which can teleport them anywhere an MTT device exists. Area 51 has one because of their spies in 935 and research that surpassed 935 back in the 40s, as stated in the Derice radio. Teleporting from Area 51 to Griffin Station, Richtofen is all but home. He unlocks the codes protecting the pyramid and moves to the black egg into the pyramid. This is the key component of the mechanism, just like the Vril device. There were components researched by Groff to allow entrance into the MPD. Once our heroes collect enough souls to power the pyramid, they open the pyramid to reveal Samantha. She continues to bombard our heroes with endless hordes of zombies to try and stop Richtofen. Once Richtofen charges the Vril device using the computer in the moon starting room, he is surprised by a recording of Maxis, who was thought to be long dead. He tries to stop Richtofen, but Richtofen is too clever for him. Finally, charging the MPD with 100 souls, he puts the Vril device in the pyramid and swaps bodies with Sam. He enters the device and takes control of the zombies, becoming a god. Our heroes realize that they have been tricked, and then they listen to Maxis over the loudspeakers of the station. Our heroes' memories slowly come back throughout all the maps, but Takio's was the first to remember everything. This is shown when he reveals his true intentions to destroy all remnants of Group 935. Our heroes move the egg from the MPD device and teleport it to Aether. This is where Maxis can cut Richtofen's ties to Earth to save the people that Richtofen will torture in the future with his zombie army. Maxis then launches 3 rockets, as seen in the ascension loading screen, to Earth and split Earth into 3 parts, destroying it. But it continues to exist, as we know when you get to Area 51. The sky is red and the land dystopian. Richtofen still can attack you, but the extent of his powers are unknown. Richtofen's betrayal, Dempsey looks to fix the damage they've done, get back at Richtofen, and save Earth. With the MDT device, only Treyarch knows where our group will go next, and undo Richtofen's grand scheme, freeing the world. Thank you for watching this. Please like, favorite, and subscribe for future theories and Blobs 2 zombie coverage. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course more theory videos will be coming out in the future.